Hey, what's up, traders? This is William from BearBullTraders, and today we are at Rishi's house. He is a BearBullTraders member, and he is going to talk to us about his trading station and the progression that it took to get to where he is now. So, Rishi, take it away, man.
Okay, so yeah, I've been trading with BearBullTraders for about a year. When I started out, it was after reading both of Andrew's books. I started initially, this ThinkPad laptop is something that I've had for years that I use for work. So I started just trading only on the laptop, only on one screen. And then basically, like, as I was getting more into it, and especially later as I started becoming profitable, I started using the profits towards buying the equipment that I really wanted.
Cool.
So started with this. I should say, I started with these two. I had one external monitor, so I was able to run two screens. At some point, I just kind of constantly like monitoring Craigslist once I realized that I wanted to get another monitor at some point, but I was in no rush to get it. So as soon as I saw like a good deal for the same one that I had, this is a 24-inch ViewSonic, and I thought it was working really well. So I got another one. These retail for, I want to say, probably like 120-ish, but I was able to get it in really good condition on Craigslist for about $60. And then then I was running the three monitors, the one internal, or the one that obviously attached to the laptop, and then the two external monitors. And then I went to a third. At that point, I added an Acer that I bought from Amazon for, and this is also another 24-inch monitor, and I want to say I paid probably $120 for this, brand new. And I actually briefly had, right now I'm using a Vivo quad stand. I briefly had a triple mount, but then I think really quickly I decided, you know what, I actually want to go ahead and just go to the four monitors. So I got the second Acer, more or less just to match, so that everything is just kind of matching. And again, paid another $120 for the Acer. And at that point, once I went to four monitors, this laptop can run, the graphics card can run three external monitors, or three monitors in total. Once I went to four, then I needed a desktop. And again, I was still trying to stay on a budget, spend as little as possible. I noticed on the Nextdoor app that a neighbor was selling a desktop that already had a built-in second graphics card for really cheap. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna buy that. And then that's when I switched to this kind of pretty much the setup I have now, apart from this computer, which I'll get to in a second. But I was running a different desktop computer. I bought this keyboard and the mouse from him, and was able to run the four external monitors and my laptop. So basically 5 screens. And I still kind of essentially run this same setup now. I have the chat room and news and Benzinga going on my laptop, and then all 4 screens are dedicated to my DOS platform on the coming from that are attached to the desktop. So all 4 external monitors. And then really recently, like as in 6-7 days ago, my desktop put out on me the one I had, which is to be expected because it didn't seem like it had much life left in it. So I went and got this, which I'm showing right now. This is a Dell XPS Tower 8930. I bought this. They had a Labor Day sale last weekend at Costco, so I got $100 off. And I actually really like buying computers, electronics from Costco because they give a 2 years extension to the manufacturer's warranty on all computers.
How much was that computer?
So this was with the 100 off. It was $1,000.
God, that's a good price.
And I was looking at builds on the BearBullTraders forums. I was looking at people talking about custom builds that they're doing, and one of them that really interested me was the one that Eamon talked about that he built. So I was thinking of doing something like that, but then I realized it's like, I do want a gaming desktop, but like entry level is I think more than sufficient for what I need. And then the other thing is like if you buy it, like a pre-build, then you get I think a better warranty, especially through Costco. So
yeah.
Over that. And then I can also show you really quickly like what I've done with my hotkeys as far as like color coding. So these are all my long, short entries. This is at full scale, 75%, 50%, 25%, and these are the shorts. And this is the cover at market, sell at market. This is the cover at the ask. cover the bid, sorry, and then the cover at the ask, and then these are same, 25%, 50%, 75% full, covering and selling based on where I click on the chart. So if, like, for example, I see like the support is a resistance line and I want to take something off at that point, well before it gets there, I can click there and just hit like 50% out, and that's where I want to sell.
That's sweet. You have the same setup here on your laptop, so it's nice and similar.
So this is when I can kind of get to talking about this real quick. The reason I don't use this while I'm trading at home at all, but I have all these same labels because I do use this when I'm traveling with my traveling monitors. So I have
you've got everything ready, man.
2 portable monitors. And again, these are the I want to say Asus MB. I'm trying to remember the exact model number. MB 189, I think.
And about how much were they?
So they retail for around 200. But again, both of these I bought off of Craigslist from 2 separate sellers for about 100 each.
And then the stands you have, one of these stands is the cover, and then this other stand.
Yeah, so it actually comes with a protective case that doubles as a cover, but it's kind of, you can kind of see it takes up quite a bit of space, especially like when you're traveling and maybe you might have like a small hotel desk or something.
Right.
I bought the 2 of these it's like the Amazon store, Amazon Basics. They're like really cheap, maybe $9 or something. And they just save a lot of space.
Well, what's so cool is you only need one cord, right? The cord powers the monitor and it connects to the computer, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, just one cord to do both functions. And then this bag is pretty sweet, man. I know it's simple, but it has so many different pockets for everything, right?
Yeah, so this too, I mean, this is like, nothing, it's a super functional bag, nothing like terribly expensive or anything. But when it comes to traveling, it's super slim. It's a great travel bag because I can just kind of, like slide this through my carry-on and carry through. And then this is the case that goes with this, but you can kind of just get a sense for like how easily these fit in. In this one pocket alone, I can fit both monitors and my laptop, and then the other pockets, still have plenty of room for other things and all electronics. There's a separate compartment for all the electronics, and it works. I really like this bag. I think it's like super functional.
Let's not forget about the desk. Show the people what your desk can do.
Is another Costco purchase. It is a sit-stand desk. Although it's locked right now. Where is it? So obviously it's in the stand position now, and it's motorized desk.
Nice.
I think when I bought this, it was $360, $370, and I just now looked on Costco.com to see what they're selling for. So they're actually $100 off from that now, selling at $270.
Nice.
And there are like standing desks that are, easily see standing desks, good quality ones selling for $700, $800, $900. This, I think, is just as good. I mean, the really nice ones that I know a lot of people like to get the ones that run on hydraulics. I really don't think that's necessary. This thing bears a lot of weight and works extremely well, and you pay a fraction of the cost.
And I know you stand sometimes, you sit sometimes, but this is actually pretty nice. This chair. Tell people about the chair.
So this is an original Herman Miller chair. So these aren't cheap at all. But again, I bought this from a neighbor. I'm big on always checking what's on Nextdoor and what's on Craigslist. And I got these things retail for, I want to say these things retail for about $800-900, and I got it for $250.
I would have bought one of those for $250 also.
I mean, it's such a great chair, especially because not only am I trading here, but like I have another business and I'm working at my desk.
So do you stand or sit most of the time?
I primarily stand in the morning, but then at some point, especially like if I'm doing a lot of reading or something, I'll sit at the desk.
Yeah. So what do you think the total value of your setup with everything, how much you invested in this? Because it's pretty legit, man.
Thanks. I mean, honestly, I was able to put, so the PC is $1,000. These, the laptop, it does, I think, retail for probably $700-800, but I've had it for a while.
Yeah, you had it to begin with.
And I didn't have to add additional costs. So on top of adding what I had, probably in the ballpark of about $2,000, which I think is actually really, I I think it's really good. I'm actually, you know, and in retrospect, pretty happy with how much I paid for all this. And the other thing is like, I think in my case it was like important that like I didn't just jump into like paying off for all this stuff. I wanted to be like as like budget conscious as possible and not just like throw all my money at this and potentially like 6 months down the line realize like trading isn't for me.
Right.
I wanted to take my time and just build as I needed.
Cool. Well, thank you so much, Rishi, for sharing your station with the rest of the traders, man.
You're welcome.
Cool.
Thank you.